Well, hello, my friends. I hope that your week has been fantastic and you've got awesome plans for your weekend. Is the market going to crash? I get this question a lot. As a matter of fact, I got this question yesterday. So I thought in today's episode, we're going to go over exactly why the market is not going to crash. So yesterday, I was showing one of my listings to a very sweet family. And after we were done touring the home, we were outside talking, and he said, Michelle, right now I feel like the market feels like what it was like right around 2006, 2007, going into the Great Recession. I feel like the market is going to crash. And I told him there is no way the market is going to crash. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Real talk about what's going on in the market. So there are some major differences between today's market and the market during the recession. One of the big changes and the big differences is inventory levels. Back in the early stages of the recession and going through it, we were ballooning inventory. It was tremendous. Today's inventory is anorexic by comparison. For example, back then we were sitting around 175,000 homes on the market throughout Orange County. Today, there are 51,000 homes on the market in Orange County. That is a huge difference. That's triple the numbers from today to back then. But it's even more interesting in a town like San Clemente. Back then, inventory levels in San Clemente were right around 665 homes on the market. Today in San Clemente, there are 96 homes on the market in San Clemente. That is a 7 times difference from today to back then. That's a huge number. Back then, if you wanted to find a single level home, you could find multiple single level homes in any price point you were looking in. Today, if you want to find a single level home here in San Clemente, for example, there are exactly 12 of them. They start at 1.9 million, which happens to be my listing. Then they go to 2.9 million and up from there. Slim pickings if you're looking for a single level home, especially if you're looking for a single level home on a budget in a place like San Clemente. That is a huge difference. Remember, the market is a supply and demand situation. So we definitely are short on supply. And what about the other aspect that crashed the market? We're talking about the lending practices that were happening back then and what it was doing to home equity at that time. So back in 2006, 2007, and previous to that, the years leading up to it, if you had a pulse, you could get a loan, you could buy a house. The result was we had a lot of homeowners out there who probably should have not been homeowners and really couldn't afford the house they just closed on. And lending was so easy, you could pull money out of your house anytime and do all these amazing improvements, buy a truck, buy a boat, all the toys, just pull money out of your house because values were going up and you could get a loan if you just walked into the bank. I experienced that myself. I would go into the bank to make a deposit and the guy over in the lending chair would say, hey, do you need some more money on your house? Literally, ordering a burger, getting a loan, pretty much the same thing back then. And the result was, of course, homeowners who had no business being homeowners. They should have financially never been able to do that. And when the market started to crack because inventory was ballooning and things were crashing, now all these sellers had no equity in their homes. They were leveraged to the hilt. There was no room for error. Payments started to stop happening. Foreclosures started happening, and the run to the bottom began. In today's market, we have very, very healthy home ownership. Those who do have loans on their homes have them because they absolutely qualify. Lending standards are so strict right now, it takes a lot. Ask any of your friends who's recently done a purchase or a refinance, or even if they did one 10 or 12 years ago, very strict on those guidelines. Not only that, but we have record levels of equity in homes here and across the country. So we're just not set up for homeowners to be failing in their home ownership. And if for some reason they have a job loss or a financial change, they can sell their home easily and make money. They don't have their backs against the wall having to drop it. They can sell it and make money, and they can sell it because there's just not enough homes out there. Supply and demand. This is the reason the market will not be crashing anytime soon. We have a long way to go to get to normal inventory levels. For example, in San Clemente, we should be sitting in around the 300s right now for homes on the market. We were at 96 last year. So this year, we're probably going to have the same activity as last year, which means we're still going to be plagued with not enough homes and buyers who have a little bit of muted demand, which means the market's not super rigorous, but it is a pretty normal market when it boils down to it. So look, if you're looking or thinking about making a change in your home or thinking about selling, buying something different, it's never too early to start the conversation. We'd love to get a cup of coffee and talk with you about the market for your home specifically. All right, so speaking of inventory levels, let's talk about where we are in sales and inventory across San Clemente, Dana Point, and San Juan Capistrano. It's been a minute since we've done that. In case you didn't think this was actually being recorded, it is. So let's take a look at the numbers. All right, in San Clemente, like I said before, we're sitting at 96 homes on the market with 15 new listings, 24 new escrows, and 19 closings. As far as price adjustments, there's been 10 of them in the past week, and 6 homes came off the market. Over in Dana Point, they're sitting at 88 homes on the market right now with 9 new listings, 15 new escrows, and 11 closings. 3 homes saw price adjustments and 6 came off the market just in this last week. And over in San Juan Capistrano, they are sitting at 56 homes on the market right now with 9 new listings, 8 new escrows, and 12 closings, with 5 homes seeing price adjustments and 3 homes coming off the market. Inventory levels, not where we need them to be this spring. We were hoping for more, but we're just not seeing the increase that we had hoped for as a difference from last year to this year. So sellers definitely wanted. All right, as usual, scroll through this email to search for ways to search new homes, existing homes, check out your home's value, check us out on Google. You know what to do there. Better yet, you're already here on my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe and the bell so you'll always be notified of new content. And of course, like this video and share it with a friend. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Take care.